You hear that? You hear that? That's the sound of money. It's coming. Not bad for a degenerate high school dropout. Guys, listen, for this car review, I'm gonna let you know, I don't know a ton about cars. I'm not the biggest car guy you'll meet. What I look at when I buy a car is the functionality and do I like the way it looks? And that's exactly why I picked up these two vehicles over here. I have other cars that you probably wouldn't care to see, like my Infiniti, which is parked right there, which you're not gonna get to see. However, these are the two big boys. These are the cars that I pull out when I wanna go to meetings, when I wanna go to dinner. So let me walk you through my two cars. All right, so the first thing I want you guys to understand is what the cost actually looks like on a car like this. This is a 2023 G63 G-Wagon, V8 engine. This car is fully spec'd out. There's peanut butter seats, we'll go into those later, but understand the cost on a car like this for me was $100,000 down. That was my down payment on the car. After the 100K down, I'm still paying $2,800 a month. Plus, because I wrote this car off because it's a business vehicle for my marketing agency, Del Priori Hospitality, it cost me another $1,000 a month just for the insurance. So we're at $100,000 down, plus between the business vehicle insurance and the actual payment, we're at $3,800. And this car also eats at minimum, just with local driving, about $20 a day worth of gas. So factor in another $600 a month worth of gas. This motherfucker was $100,000 down, $4,400 a month just for you to drive a G-Wagon. And I want you to understand something about the G-Wagon. The G-Wagon is a car that you get when you're mature. The G-Wagon is a car that you get when you've moved on from little boy vehicles like a fucking old Urus, or when you move on from pieces of shit that people want to get to look flashy and sexy and cool. It's why I went with an Aston as opposed to a very base level Lambo. But this bad boy, this car is worth more than 99% of Guru's fucking payments on their rent. This car is also worth more than what certain people pay their sales team. You know, I mean, I guess if some people don't pay, any amount of money is worth more than this fucking car, or less than this car. This car actually has more horsepower than the Aston. This is 577 horsepower in this car. This thing fucking moves. If you bring this car out on the highway, it's definitely not as fast off the line as something like a Vantage, but this thing moves. Once you pick up speed, you hit the gas, you're like, oh shit, you can't believe how heavy the car actually is. This car is over 5,000 to 6,000 pounds, and for those of you that care, under Section 179 in the IRS's tax code, it allows you to write a car like this off. So yeah, that's pretty much why I have this car. I also love the fact that, again, we're in New Jersey, it's gloomy basically half the year, so you need to drive something that is functional. And I could take this car out on a fucking snow day. I could take this car out when it's raining. I could take this car out in the summer. And bro, girls love G-Wagons, bro. I'm telling you. And also, this is something that people don't talk about. When you drive a supercar, as you drive it, you're turning heads everywhere. People are looking into your car the whole time that you're driving it. So if you want to be a little bit low key and you don't really want people knowing fully who you are or where you're at, a lot of people have a car like this. Especially around here, when you see this blue Aston, everyone knows it's me in it. So that's just one thing that could be downside if that's something that would bother you, or if you have fucking skeletons in your closet and you don't pay your sales team. Someone might see your car and throw a fucking rock at it. But you just gotta be aware of that. You gotta be aware of that. So yeah, that's always there. This thing is, feel this. You fucking, bro, if you get hit by this, you're done. You're done. When you drive this, you feel like you're driving an armored truck, and that's what it is. It's a fucking armored truck. When you drive this, you feel like nothing's gonna happen to you, and God forbid you get into an accident, you'll be a lot safer in this car than you would in that one. This spec that we have on it, this silver on black, is in my opinion one of the singular sexiest specs that you could get on a G-Wagon, and I do not see a lot of G-Wagons in this color. That's the main thing that I look for when I get cars. Now, as far as the interior of the car, the peanut butter seats, I absolutely fell in love with. When I went to go look at this car, at first I thought, I think brown on the interior of a car is a little bit like old man-y. I didn't really want it. What color is it inside there?
It's the darker brown.
It's like a fucking retirement chair, bro. I don't want to sit in that thing. And then it just kept growing on me, and I'm like, damn, I actually really like it. When you're in the car, you ever hear when Central C, was it Central C? Yeah, it was Central C. Central C and that dude Dave. Car hugs me like a friend through twists and turns, and I felt the dynamic seat grabbing my fucking hips. I'm like, oh shit, I really bought a G-Wagon. Now me and Dave in Central C have the same problems. You know, these are real issues. So the car was fucking hugging me. But it's a nice car. You could fit a lot of people in the back seat. Actually, the other day, I'll tell you guys a quick story. Me and a good friend of mine, Leo, needed to move some wood paneling, which you'll see in a different video, so that we could get a podcast studio set up in this new house that we just moved into. And the panels would not fit in the G-Wagon. So we grabbed straps at the store we were at, which are right here, and we used this thing like a fucking $30,000 F-150. We strapped big ass wood panels to the top of the car and then manually held our fucking hands out the window so we could get it here safely, because we are not handy at all, bro. If this tire goes flat or if it breaks, I'm calling my dad, bro. I don't know what the fuck to do. Don't call me. I'm a sales guy. I'm in marketing. I run an agency. I coach salespeople. Do not fucking ask me to do anything handy. Don't ask me. All the girls just dried up. They're like, fuck, he's got a nice car, he's got a nice house, he's not handy. Everything just went dry. That's okay. Now, moving on to the Aston. This is a 2021 Aston Martin Vantage. The spec, the actual color on this car, this blue, good luck finding this car on the internet. Incredibly, incredibly hard to find. That's why I went with this one as opposed to other colorways. I fucking absolutely love the paint job on this car. This one was $50,000 down, $1,100 a month. This is a personal vehicle, so this is not a business expense, so I paid that one personally. And I believe in total, this one was about $120,000, this one was about $198,000. But this car is literally half the price of the G-Wagon. And this car will get you double the amount of head turns than the G-Wagon, because the G-Wagon is a more classic vehicle, people see it. But you could get a really cheap G-Wagon, or you could get a fully spec'd out and decked out G-Wagon like the one that I have. And that's why I went with this. This car is reliable. I could take it back to Mercedes. It's not a problem. This one, on the other hand, let me tell you, recently I was driving. I was behind a truck, big ass box truck. A rock flies off the truck as I'm driving. I swerve. The rock hits right here, smashes the glass, and a big crack comes right down the middle of the windshield. So I'm like, fuck, now I know I gotta get this fixed. $7,500 just to replace the windshield on this car. And I also didn't have the car for 3 weeks in the process of while it was getting fixed. So when you have cars like this, understand there are gonna be headaches. We also had an issue with the engine. That cost me 10 grand. This is the car that I'll pick a girl up for if I'm going on a date. This is the car that I'll go out with my brother if it's just the two of us. When it's sunny out here in New Jersey, half the year, I mean, that's what we call gloom of doom. This is fucked up. No one wants to drive an Aston Martin in this weather. When it's rainy out, this car is rear wheel drive. You will spin out in 2 seconds. The other day I went to bang a left. I hit the gas a little bit too hard. You start fishtailing. This car is dangerous to drive. So realistically, this car only comes out when the weather is nice enough to actually bust it out. However, for a relatively small vehicle, one of the selling points of this car specifically is you actually get a decent amount of headroom when you're in the car. I'm a big guy. I don't know if you can see that I'm absolutely fucking yoked, but I'm 6'5", over 200 pounds. So when I'm in a car, especially a two-seater, I need to make sure that I could actually fit in the car. A lot of the Lambos were super tight, super small when I sat in them, the McLarens as well, but I actually fit in this car no problem, surprisingly. I love the way the doors open. What's the exact name for a door like this? What is the, see, I told you guys, I'm not a car guy. Swan doors. Swan doors, yeah. When you open them up, they're not butterfly doors. They don't open fully straight, which I like that look too, but they pop out a little bit. So for content and just when you get out of the car, it gives a little bit of give, which is really nice. So I love the doors on this car as well. The yellow on the headrest I love as well. The Alcantara on the wheel feels fantastic when you're driving. That's another big selling point for me. And then I also love the fact that you have absolutely nothing to put in the trunk other than shit that you need for work. For me as an online business owner, I'm not moving material, I'm not moving crazy shit all the time. So for me, literally, all I need is my laptop bag, maybe a camera, something simple, throw it in the trunk. I don't need a ton of space. The G-Wagon is where, if I need to move shit around, you get a lot of space in that trunk. I could move stuff. If I wanna go out with my brother and there's girls out, we could fit some people in the back. Whatever the case may be, it actually gives us the opportunity to have space. With this car, you don't have that. It's a two-seater. It gives you the experience of a two-seater. The horsepower is 503 on this car, if I'm not mistaken, and the engine is actually borrowed from Mercedes. This is an AMG engine that's in the vehicle. So it's an Aston Martin, but really it drives like a Benz, and it is a smooth ride when you drive the car. And I love it, man. This is one of my favorite cars. This car has a special place in my heart. It's the first supercar that I've actually ever purchased. And I bought this car basically a year and a half after dropping out of high school. Everyone fucking doubted me. No one thought I was gonna do anything with my life. And I turned it around and I proved them wrong. And here we are. So this car was the first symbolic representation of big success that I started having inside my business. And this car will always have a place in my heart, therefore I never want to sell it. I know in 30 years, when I'm a 50-year-old man, I'm gonna look back and think about this experience when I bought this car, and I believe this will be worth something in 30 years. I also love the yellow in the actual calipers themselves. It's beautiful. This car is not detailed recently, but when this car gets freshly detailed, oh my God, it turns heads. People love this car, but no one loves it more than me. We got a McLaren coming very soon. I won't tell you exactly which one, but it ain't gonna be a little boy McLaren, I can promise you that. Every step of the way we step up. But on this one and on this one, these cars are unique. You see them, they turn heads, people like them. It's a conversation piece. And when I tell you guys, the return on investment that I've gotten, especially from this car right here, the amount of conversations I've started with other entrepreneurs and the amount of young men and young salespeople that have joined our agency and our team as a result of seeing a nice car has well overpaid the fee of that car. Maybe not the G-Wagon yet, but again, unlike your favorite influencers, I own both of these cars. These are mine. These are not rentals. These are not leased. These are my cars. You'll see certain people, oh, I made my first 100 grand. I want to get a $100,000 car. They forget about maintenance. They forget about detailing. They forget about actually taking care of the thing. You need to have good money before you even get into cars like these. And before I bought this car when I was 19 years old, sub to the clip.
Money's in. The time is now, I suppose, yeah?
And before I bought this car at 20 years old,
yo, honestly, bro, this sounds ass. I don't want it anymore.
I already had money saved. I already had a predictable, successful business that was paying for these vehicles, and I wasn't using my last dollars to put into a car because I'm financially literate. I'm not gonna do that because that's just not logical. So understand, if your goal as a young man is I wanna buy my dream cars at a young age, I wanna get this done, you need to hit a really, really large level that is also sustainable so that you have an emergency fund, you have investments, you have predictability inside of your business, then you have cars, then you have watches, then you have homes, then you have all the glamorous shit that you see online. But don't expect any of this without 80-hour work weeks. Don't expect any of it. But yeah, man, these are my cars. We got many, many, many more to come. And if you're someone that's young, that's ambitious, but you don't know where to start, or maybe you've already started a business and you just don't know how to continue scaling, the exact business that got me to the point that I'm at today was running a local service marketing agency. And my brother and I are the owners of a business called Del Priori Hospitality. And I'm doing something very special. If you currently own a marketing agency, or if you're looking to start your own agency, this October 30th at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm hosting a completely free live training where I am going to show live on Zoom, not pre-recorded, live on Zoom, exactly how my brother and I have built the agency that we run today to doing over $250,000 a month. And on that call, I actually want to meet you. I will let you turn your microphone on and ask me any questions that you may have for me live on that call. And this is going to be one of the most special events that you guys have ever seen because again, the whole thing is going to be live and you're gonna get to interact live on that call, ask questions, be interactive, and meet other young people that are looking to make good money online and other young people that are looking to scale their local service marketing agency. So the link is below. You could grab a completely free ticket and seat to that event. No credit card, no catch. Answer a few questions and you'll have a seat reserved. I hope you guys loved the video. I hope this motivated some of you guys to actually get off your ass and make something of your life because I promise you, I am no different than you. And you should be making a video just like this in 2 years if you lock the fuck in. Now go work.